Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato
Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Sayadaw.
Okay, we will continue to attack the reading class. So last week, Ede Manobubengamo, Ede Sandi, Manobubengama Nama. So what kind of sentence it is? Say Ali, Ryan.
Yeah.
What is the name of the sentence?
It's the last sentence.
Ede he.
Yeah, the last sentence is the Danli Karana sentence.
Okay. Danli Karana sentence. The previous one is
The previous one.
Danliya sentence. Okay. So Atadodiyo, Arubino Kanda, Virina Kanda, Senya Kanda, Sangara Kanda. That sentence is strengthened, supported by the next sentence. Ede hi manobubengama, ede sandi, manobubengama. Okay, now we will move to the next sentence. Katam baniti hi sadde, ega wutu ko. Ega ramano, abubam, ajrimam, ega kani, obijamano mano, bubengamo nama hodidi. Obada bejiatina. Yadahi buhusu egedo gama gada rini gamani karondesu. Ko edesam. Bobengamoti, Ode, Yon Nesam Bajio Hodi, Yam Nesaya, Dedam Gaman Grondi, so Dadoa, Maidoa, Desam Bobengamoti, Hoja, Ewan Samra, medium, with it up. Okay. Katambana, Pani Dehi, Katambana, Edehi. Saday, starting the sentence starting with the Katam, up to the Manobubengamo Mahodi. That sentence is called Joraga Beka. So Joraga Beka means the one who reproves, who reprimands. The sentence comes from the one who doesn't like what is said previously. Like in the previous sentences, Manobubengama, Mano is the foreigner or precursor of all the three mental aggregates. Now, that what is said by the previous sentence is not approved by some people. So that sentence is written according to from the standpoint of the one who doesn't like the previous statement. So such a sentence is called Jodaka Pekha sentence. Jodaka Pekha. We call it is Jodaka Pekha. So Pekha here means the side of one who reproves, who reprimands, who doesn't like, who criticizes. So Jodaka Prihara means answer. The answer is called the Prihara. So it is Manobobengamo, it is Andi Manobobengama, it is Prihara Pekha. The sentence now, Katambanidi, that sentence is called Jodaka Pekha. The Jodaka means the ones who reproves, who doesn't like, who doesn't support, who want to criticize what is said in the previous sentence, who admonish, who criticize. So if the sentence expresses the idea of the one who criticizes, the idea of the one who reprimands, such a sentence is called Jodaka sentence. Now we are seeing now Jodaka sentence. Katambanidi is a day, Ega Wutugo, Ega Ramano, Aboban, Achriman, Ega Kani Obijamano, Manobobingamo Nama Hoditi, Obara Bejiatina. So now we will focus on these two sentences. At first, before I explain the sentence, the words in the sentence, we need to translate at first. Okay, now I will write down the Pali sentence. Okay, now we will analyze this sentence before we study. Katam. Katam, you can translate why or how. I think going to the context, we have to translate Katam means why. But you have to divide. Pana edihi. Katam. Pana is supposed to be meaningless. Pana has no meaning because this sentence is, we can say, question sentence. The question sentence. In the question sentence, to know the question sentence, we just see the katam. By seeing the katam, we know this is a question sentence. So Pana has no special meaning. So katam. Ede he said. Ega wutugo, ega ramano, abobam achrimam, ega kani, obijamano mano, obengamo nama hodidi. Katam manobo bengamo nama hodidi. The subject is mano. The bobengamo nama hodidi. So why mano is called bobengama? Why is mano of the consciousness is called Pobengama or foreigner. So how the consciousness is called Pobengama or foreigner? So here, this mano is nominative case. It is a paṭhamo vipatti subject. This mano is modified by many words. Like, ede hisatim, ega vitugo, egara mano also modifying to mano. Ega vitugo also modifying to the mano. Ede hisate. Ede hi. What is ede hi? Ede hi means three matter aggregates. Satim together with. Satim together with. Ega vitugo egara mano. Abobha acharima ega kane. Obijama no. Ega vitugo. It is a bhobi samasa. Ekam vutu yasadi ega vutugo, which means which has the same base. Which has the same pace. It's modifying to the mano. Egara mano, which has the same object. The consciousness which has the same object at the same pace with the three matter aggregates. Abobam acharimam ekakane obijamano. Abobam no earlier, acharimam no later. Neither earlier nor later. Earlier and later. Ekakane at the same time. So abobam acharima also you can translate simultaneously. Simultaneously. Actually, abobam acharima is the same meaning with ekakane. So which rise? Obijama no. Which rise? Neither earlier or nor later, which rise three matter aggregates, neither earlier nor later or at the same time, ekakane. When the mind consciousness rise, this consciousness going to the ego bada nirodhaja, egalamana vituga, going to the abhiramana sangha, consciousness, jitasika, mental properties. Citta and jitasika, citta is called the consciousness, jitasika is a mental properties. So citta and jitasika, they rise at the same time, they cease, they disappear at the same time. No one is earlier, no one is later. So why? This mind is, because this mind is the same time, the same moment with the three matter aggregates. Why this mind is called Obengama, Anobengama. So according to that sentence, you have to understand. Ede hisatim, ega vitugo, ega ramano is modifying to the mano. Abobam acharima ekakane obijamano also modifying to the mano. So now we can translate. Why is the mind, the consciousness, which has the same pace, the same object with the three matter aggregates, which arise together with the three-minded aggregates at the same time, neither earlier or nor later, is called Bhupingama, the foreigner. So it cannot go into that, at the question sentence. Consciousness cannot be foreigner or Bhupingama. So he doesn't like, so to say mind is foreigner of the three-minded aggregates. When it comes, it rises, it disappears together with the three-minded aggregates at the same time. Why it is said like this? This sentence is called Khuddaka Nikāya. This Khuddaka Nikāya is explained by the sentence Upadabhajyatina. Upadabhajyatina is, we call the sentence which answers Upadabhajyatina. So Upadabhajyatina is actually, it is just, the phrase that there is no verb, there is no subject. So how do we know subject or verb? This Upadabhajyatina is taken to be a single sentence. This one is called the sentence. But even though we call this Upadabhajyatina Pali sentence, but there is no subject, there is no verb. How do we understand the subject and the verb of this Upadabhajyatina? So this Upadabhajyatina is connected to the previous sentence. So now you have to understand the meaning of the sentence, take in the words in the previous sentence. Like ede he said day, eka wutugo, eka ramano, abubam ajrimam, eka kani ubijamano mano, Upadabhajyatina, Bhupingamo nama hoti. You have to understand like this. So how do you put the sentence? This Upadabhajyatina, you have to put between Mano and Bhupingamo nama hoti. So that is, we call the translation according to the Pali. Okay, let's see. I wanted to read the Pali sentence. The Sayali Pinyaloka.
Yes, sir. Kathang panetehi. Yeah. Kathang panetehi satdim eka vathuko eka ramano apupang ajarimang eka kane upajamano namano bupangamo nama hotiti.
Okay. No, I mean that, according to the commentary sentence. According to the commentary sentence. Just say commentary sentence.
Katiya kathang panetehi satdim eka vathuko eka ramano apupang ajarimang eka kane upajamano mano upada pacaya thena bupangamo namo hotiti.
Okay, so that sentence we have to understand according to the sentence which answers beginning with Upadabhajyatina. Okay. So you have to say Upadabhajyatina ede he said eka wutugo eka ramano abubam ajarimam eka kane ubijamano mano bhupingamo nama hoti. You have to understand like this. So Upadabhajyatina will be the phrase which gives the reason the phrase which shows the reason of previous statement. So to make a complete sentence, you have to take the words in the previous sentence. So now I will tell you, like, for example, you have to say, Katampanede is a day. Ega Wutugo, Ega Ramano, Aboba Ajrima, Ega can Obija Mano Mano, Obingamona Mahoti, Obara Bajatrina. So you have to make a complete the sentence Obara Bajatrina. Obara Bajatrina, Ede is a day. Ega Wutugo, Ega Ramano, Aboba Ajrima, Ega can Obija Mano. No Bobingamona Mahoti. You have to answer like this. Okay, Usunanda, are you there? Who would you about it?
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay.
here, sir.
So I want you to make a complete the sentence. So now you have to read at first commentary sentence, and then you have to complete the sentence with the Upadapajyatina.
Katampanede Sade, Ega Wutuno, Ega Ramano, Aboban Ajriman, Ega Kane, Obija Mano Mano, Bobingamo Nama Hodidi, Obada Bijatina, Edehi Sade, Ega Wutuno, Ega Ramano, Aboban Ajriman, Ega Kane, Obija Mano Mano, Obada Bijatina, Bobingamo Nama Hodi.
Okay, maybe now you can put the Upadapajyatina in the beginning of the sentence. Complete, okay. Upadapajyatina, it is a day.
Obada Bijatina, Edehi Sade, Ega Wutuno, Ega Ramano, Aboban, Ajriman, Ega Kane, Obija Mano, Mano, Bobingamo, Nama, Hodi.
So in this way, the sentence beginning with the Upadapajyatina, we can complete by taking the words in the previous sentences. So which means it is also called in the Pali study in Myanmar, it is adigara method. We call the adigara method. So what is adigara method? Adigara means to follow now. The words in the previous sentence follow to the next sentence to complete, to give the complete meaning. So such a way is called adigara. According to the adigara method, even though in the second sentence the words are not complete, but according to the meaning, the words in the previous sentence can follow to the next one to make to give the complete meaning, to make to make sense, you can say adigara. According to the adigara method, Upadapajyatina in the second sentence it is just said Upadapajyatina, but this Upadapajyatina alone not give us a full meaning. So to get the full meaning, automatically the words in the previous sentence follow to the Upadapajyatina. It is called adigara method. So adigara method also will be applied in the Pali commentary literature, sub-commentary literature, canonical literature. So now you should remember this technical term also adigara method. What is adigara method? The words in the previous sentence number A followed sentence number B. That is called the adigara method. Okay, so now we will continue to the translation. Now the next sentence is Yathahi. So Ryan, I wanted to read the sentence Yathahi.
Yeah, Sayadaw. Yathahi pahusu ekato gama gata dini kamani karontesu ko ete sang bupangamoti wute yo ne sang pachayohoti yang ne saya te tang kamang karonti so datowa mitowa te sang bupangamoti wukchati ewang sampadami yang veditapang.
Okay. The sentence is starting with the Yathahi to the Ewan Sambra Midyan Viridapa is called Vaithara sentence. The previous sentence is called the Sankepa sentence. So Yathahi also now later you will see. It is explained with examples. Okay, now let's see. Yathahi Puhusu Ikado Gama Gata Dini Kamani Krontesu. Ko Edisam Bubinga Modi Voti. Yon Nisam Bajiho Yam Nisaya Tetam Kaman Krondi so Datowa Medowa. Tisam Bubinga Modi Voti Ewan Sambra medium Viridapa. I think I need to write to explain the meaning of those words. Okay. Yatahi, you have to translate. Justice. Yatahi. So he, you can say like it is true. Or maybe he, you can also translate to say extensively, because he can be Vaitara or he can be Dhanlikarana. Because of this, he can say, you can translate, it is true, or maybe to say extensively. So Yatha Bahusu, Kama Gada Dini, Kamani Karondesu. That is one part of the sentence. Bahusu Kama Gada Dini, Kamani. So Bahusu Karondesu. Bahusu Karondesu, we call the Lakana Winta. Lakana and Lakana Winta. You have to connect later. Okay, now we are trying to translate roughly. When this Karondesu, we understand like a locative absolute. When many people commit Kamani. Kamani is deeds. But here, according to the Gama Gadadini, we can translate crimes. When many people commit crimes such as Gama Gada. Gada means a destruction or destroying. The destruction of the village. Adini. Adini is and so on. So when many people commit the crimes such as the destruction of the village and so on. Okay, now that is one part. It is when it is said, who is God? It is Bobengama is the leader. Now you have to translate. Who is the leader of them, or who is their leader? Ode asked. When asked, who is the leader of, who is their leader? Okay, now we finished that. Yo nesam pajayo hoti yamnisaya tetam kamam korondi so datowa medowa tesam pobengamodi ojati. Now we the focus on this ojati. Ojati means is said. Ojati means is said. This is a passive voice. What is the object of the ojati is so. So is object. He is said. Pobengamo. The foreigner. He is said. So dadowa maidowa. Okay. He is Pobengamodi. He is said to be their leader. Dadowa maidowa, you can translate whether he is dada or maida. Okay, this one is we call the niyama sentence. The sentence starting with the ya, yam nisaya, up to the dedan gaman grondi. That sentence we call these two aniyama sentence. Starting with this so up to the Bogengamodi ojati is called niyama sentence. So niyama wajat we call. What is aniyama? Aniyama means indefinite. Niyama is definite. So aniyama sentence, when we trying to translate into English, it will be modifier or relative pronoun or relative clause for the so. Your nesam Pācchaya hoti. You have to translate a he, who is their cause. Nidam. Nidam means there. Who is their cause? He who is their cause. Yam Nisāya, you have to translate on whom, or due to whom, on whom or. Titangamam Krondi, they commit the crime. On whom or because of whom. This because of whom also modifier to the so, relative clause. So he who is their cause. Because of whom or due to whom they commit the crimes. Whether he is Dada or Meta, he is called, he is said to be the leader. So just as will be, yata, you have to, connect to the, Vojati. Yata, you have to connect to the Vojati yata. It is true to say extensively, just as when many people commit the crimes such as destruction, destroying the village, and so on. And when asked, who is their leader? Who is their leader when asked? The one or he who is their cause, because of whom they commit the crime. Such a person who is, whether he is a Dada or Meta, he is said to be foreigner or the leader. Just as he said to the foreigner, the leader. So, according to the Pali sentence, you have to do like a Bhusu, Kama Gada Dini Kamani Karandesu. Ko it is and Bobingamodi Hote, Bobingamo Hote, Yonism, Pajio Hoti, Yam Nisāya, Tidankam and Karondi. So that door made door. So that door made door, it should be like this. So that door made door. Tis and Bobingamodi Hojati Yata. Hojati Yata. Even Samra medium. Very deep. Even Samra medium, even Sambadam, eat them. Even Sambadam, eat them. Even Sambadam, eat them. Very deep. Okay, now I will translate later. I want Sally Benyaloga read the Pali sentence together with the Upamaya. Even Samra meeting with it.
Yes, sir. Yatahi bahu ekato agama gata dini pakamani karuntesu ko tesang mukbangamoti vutte yonesang pachayo hoti yang nisayate tang kamang karunti. So datova mitova tesang mukbangamoti vujjati yatha evang sambada midang veditapang.
Okay. Even Sambadam medium with it. Even Sambadam idam with it. Idam is the object of the Viridapa. Idam, this should be known. Viridapa. This should be known. Viridapa, you have to translate. This should be known. This should be known. What is this? This means Upamaya. This Upamaya should be known. So when there is Upamaya, there is Upamana. comparison. So comparison is called upamana. To be compared is called upameya. Also, I will write again. So this upameya which completes according to this upamana should be known. So even sampada means a completes or finish. So which finish according to this comparison. So this which finish according to this comparison is a modifier to the ida. Ida is modified by the even sampada. Sampada means a finish or complete. Which completes according to this upamana. This upameya should be known. Okay. So now we will analyze again that sentence before I make one of the students to translate. Here, look at Yatahi Bhusu Ekado Kama Kata Dinikamani Korontesu. Now, when I wrote the Ekado, it's a drop. So Ekado means all together. Ekado, all together. Yatahi Bhusu Ekado Kama Kata Dinikamani Korontesu. When many people commit the crimes such as destruction of the village and so on, all together. And who is, and asked, who is their foreigner? It is and asked, who is their foreigner? He, who is their cause? Because we were joined to the Yonizambajio Hodi Yanisaya Didankaman Krondi. So that doa Maidoa, Disambugamodi, in that sentence, you just understand. So is connected to the yo. So is also connected to the Yanisaya. So when you translate into English, yo and the yan, they will be relative clause in English. So in this way, Yonizambajio is relative clause or the so. Yamnesaya Didankaman is also relative clause or modifying clause to the so. Tadoa Maidoa also modifier to the so. So now we will translate so he, who is their cause? Because in a Bajio is a cause. Or whom, or because of whom, Yanisaya, they commit such a crime, the offense. Whether he is either dada or maida, he is said to be their foreigner. So dadoa maidoa, this example when Gamodi is should be niyama sentence. Starting with the yon nizambajio hodi yanizaya didankamankroni is aniyama sentence. The ya sentence is called aniyama, ta sentence is called niyama sentence. So yadahi bhuzu egado gama gada dini kamani krondesu. It is example when Gamodi voted. Now Ujira vote, I wanted to translate that sentence.
Yes, Yaro. When many people commit crimes altogether, one asks, who is their foreigner? He, who is their cause? Because of whom they commit the crime, whether he is either dada or maida, he is said to be their foreigner.
Okay, either dada or maida also, like without using the who, I think the translation is okay. He, either dada or maida, who is their cause, because of whom they commit the crime, is said to be their foreigner.
They are foreigner.
Okay, Sali Pinyaloka. At first, I wanted to read the Pali sentence and then I wanted to translate into English. Yathahi.
Yes, sir. Yathahi bahu su ekato gama gata dini kamani karunte su ko te sang mubanga moti mutte yone sang patyayo hoti yang nisaya te tang kangmang karunti so datto va mitto va te sang mubanga moti pujjati yatha evang sambadang idang veditapang. So when many people commit crimes, just as the tradition of the village and so on, who ask who is a leader, who is their cause, who is said to be their leader, whether he is datta or mita to be their foreigner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Finish, Sarah. You finished.
Finished? Okay.
Yes.
Now, Ryan, I wanted to translate that sentence.
Yes, Sayadaw, yeah. So when many people commit crime, such as destruction of village and so on together, when it is asked or said who is the leader, and he, whether or not Datto or Mito, who is
Dada
their
or
Datta or
Dada or Maida. Okay. Dada or Maida.
Metta, who is their cause due to whom they commit the crime, is said to be the foreigner.
Okay, okay. So now we will take the break, 10 minutes break, and then we will continue the class again.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
We will start the class again. Ewan Sambadam, idam, Varidabha. So Ewan Sambadam, so which? Completes. So what is the meaning of the id? Upameya, Upamana, eh? Upameya, which complete. Ewan is, you have to translate according to. Upamana. The Upameya which completes. Which completes according to this Upamana. So whatever you have to translate should be known. This Upameya which completes according to this Upamana should be known is Upamana, Upameya. So upama is called the example or simile. Upamana is a comparison. Upamana is a comparison. Upamaya is to be compared. Upama, example or simile. Upamana is comparison. Upamaya is to be compared. So now in that sentence now you are learning what is upamana. The upamana is these are dhammapada, the thieves, the people who destroy at the villages. So at the time, who is their leader? Who is when asked who is their leader? That are the sentences are called upamana. The upamaya is manobhavingama. But when the mano consciousness becomes a foreigner, this upamaya. This upamaya is compared with the leader of the thieves, the robbers, the leader of the ones who destroy the village. The leader of the people who destroy the village is called upamana. The foreigner, mind is regarded as a foreigner. Manobhavingama is upamaya. So even somebody idam varidabam. Even somebody you have to translate which completes according to the upamana. Idam means upamaya. Idam, this upamaya. This upamaya should be known according to this upamana. If you translate directly, this upamaya should be known according to this upamana. Okay. Okay, now let's see. Now we understand the sentence to some extent. Now we are going to see paṭhamo. Now we will continue to the sentence. Okay, we will go back to the sentence. Paṭhamo. Ede he said, Ekakane, Ega Wutugo, Egaramano, Abubam, Ajrima, Egakane, Obijamano, Manobubingamo, Manobubingamo Nama Hoti. Okay, Manobubingamo Nama Hoti. Paṭhamo, Ede he said, Ega Wutugo, Egaramano, Abubam, Ajrima, Egakane, Obijamano, Manobubingamo Nama Hoti. Now we will analyze the sentence. Paṭhamo. Paṭhamo means the cause. Upada means horizon. So Upada and Pajaya, how are they connected? Upadasa Pajaya, Upada Pajaya, the cause of the horizon. Upada Pajaya Thena. You have to divide. Athena. Actually, this Atha, data, danto, change into the lingual one. Atha means the meaning or sense. Athena in the sense. In the sense of the cause of the rising. Upada Pajayathena. In the sense of the cause of rising. In the sense of the cause of rising, it is called Mano. Mano is called Bobingama. Mano is called Bobingama. Go on, I check with them. Only Mano Bobingama Nama Hoti. Okay. Upada Pajayathena, in the sense of the causal rising, together with those three matter aggregates which rise at the same time, this mana is called Bobingama. So why it is called the Bobingama? Because mind is the cause of the rising. The mind is the cause of rising. The mind is the cause of rising. But here, you have to see one more thing is Upada and Pajaya. Upada and Pajaya. In the Upada and Pajaya is, Upada is rising, Pajaya is the cause of rising. What is the cause? What does it mean? What does it refer to? The cause refers to the mind. What is the cause? The cause is, if you say, we are saying this is the causal rising, which means the cause. The cause means the consciousness. The consciousness is called the cause. So according to the Pali literature, Pali grammar, Pajaya is actually refers to the mind, consciousness. Pajaya refers to the mind or consciousness. Pajaya and the mind or mano, they have the same meaning. Upada is rising. The causal rising means it is mind. What does mean the mind? Mind, mano, like in the sentence also you will see mano, ubengamo nama hodi. Mano is also called mind. Pajaya is also called mind. So these two looks the same. Mano also consciousness, Pajaya also consciousness. So the meaning looks the same. When the meaning looks the same at the time, we need to differentiate the two meanings. To differentiate the meaning of the two words, the meaning of the mano, the meaning of the Pajaya. In such a case, in the Pali literature, they put like this word. Upada Pajaya Bhava. Upada Pajaya Bhavathena, actually. Upada Pajaya Bhavathena. This Bhava, has very special meaning. This is a capacity. So Pajaya is without Bhava, Pajaya refers to the mind. Mano is also mind. So the two words are like seems the same. So when it is the same, it is not appropriate. So why do you say such a why do you give such a reason? Because that is the same meaning. to differentiate the meaning of the Pajaya, the meaning of the Mano, in the commentaries, they explain, put another word, bhava. What does mean bhava? Bhava here means a capacity. Capacity is the capacity to make the mind to rise. That capacity, or we call the sati. So the mind is foreigner of the other matter, three aggregates, because the mind has the power of the capacity to make those three aggregates to rise. Okay, so here I wanted to give you another example to have more clear views. Okay, Upada-Pajaya-tena, if we they translate together with the word bhava-tena, bhava-tena, bhava is we put, because it is necessary. Without bhava, the reference, the meaning referred by the Pajaya, the meaning referred by the Mano will be the same. So to differentiate, to make the meaning of two words to be different. So Pajaya, mind. Now, by putting the bhava after the Pajaya, we have the meaning, the capacity or the ability or the power to make three aggregates rise. Okay, Upada-Pajaya bhava-tena. So if you put the Upada-Pajaya bhava-tena at the time, you have to put the, like Manasa. Manasa also you have to put. Manasa Upada-Pajaya bhava-tena. Upada-Pajaya bhava-tena. This Upada-Pajaya bhava-tena is called Hetu sentence. Hetu sentence. Where there is Hetu sentence, you have to put the Sambandha. Sambandha should be put. Sambandha should be put. What is Sambandha? Sambandha means a sami. It is a possessive. Like a genetic case is called Sambandha. Like the case endings are sasa or nam. Like a burisasa, burisanam. It is called the genetic case. It is a possessive case. This burisasa, burisanam. So this is sa. Genetic case is called Sambandha. Sambandha is supposed to put where there is Hetu sentence. So this Hetu sentence also in the sense of rising of, in the sense of the cause of rising. Who's rising? Who is the cause? Who is the cause? Who makes those three aggregates rise? We have the question. To answer the question, usually we put the Manasa. Because of the mind becomes the cause of rising of those three matter aggregates. Upada-Pajaya-tena. So Manasa Upada-Pajaya-tena. Manasa is genetic case. This genetic case, even though it is a genetic case, usually we translate genetic case is of, apostrophe s. But here it is not like this. This genetic case you have to translate according to the Upadapajya bhavatena, you have to translate as a subject. Like I think this needs a more and the extensive explanation. Okay, let's see some other examples. This is taken from the Silakanavaga commentary. Okay, that's how we do the Bhavata. Oyanambi, Ambalatika Tuiwa. Ambalatika is proper name. Ambalatika. What is the meaning of Ambalatika? The yam mango tree, not old mango tree. Yam mango tree is called Ambalatika. So okay, now at first I will translate. Dasa refers to the yam mango tree. Yam mango tree. How we do the near? Bhavata. Because of being. Why because of being? It is a bhava. Da. This da is similar to bhava. Bhava has many meanings. Okay. Bhava means usually we like straight off. Sometimes we translate the means. Sometimes the way. Okay. Okay, now we will see that sentence later. I think it may take some time to make you understand. The bhavata. Bhavata, the meaning of the da is a suffix. Da is a suffix. Bhava means the being. So roughly translated, because of being. Okay. That's how we do the bhavata, because it is near the yam mango tree. So directly translate, that's how we do the bhavata. Because it is near the yam mango tree, the garden, Oyana, the park, Oyanambi, it is an accusative case. The park, Sanchan Gadam, court, is called, is named. So because it is near the yam mango tree, this park is called, named Ambalatika. What is Ambalatika? Well, the meaning of the Ambalatika is a yam mango tree. This park is situated near the yam mango tree, Ambalatika. So this park is called Ambalatika. Why this park? Why this garden? is called Ambalatika because it is situated near the Ambalatika. Ambalatika is a yam mango tree. So now we understand the meaning of the sentence. That's how we do the Buddha. Oyanambi. Ambalatika duiwa sanchan gadam. Okay. So this Buddha, you have to be careful. Buddha is Hetu. Because of this, word shows the reason. Why this garden is Ambalatika? Because it is being. Because it is near the yam mango tree. So Buddha is Hetu. Where there is a Hetu, according to the Pali literature, you have to put the Sambandha. So Buddha, who becomes, because it becomes near the yam mango tree. It becomes which becomes near the yam mango tree, which becomes near the yam mango tree. If the question is asked like this, which one becomes near the mango tree? Ryan, what do you think?
Yes, the park, Sayadaw.
The park becomes
near
near
the mango tree.
Yam mango tree. So this, Oyanam also you can see like Oyana is going to the Gadam. Oyana is subject or object.
Oyana is the subject, Sayadaw.
Oyana is
Onyanang Gata. It should be the subject.
Subject, yes. Yeah. But in English translation, we have to, go to the Sanchan Gadam, we have to translate like a, the passive voice. Actually, it is active voice.
Subject, yeah.
Okay. Because of Sancham is object, Sancham. According to the came to call, you can translate Sanchan Gadam. Sanchan Gadam came to call. So this is Oyana is subject. Gadam is predicate or verb. Gadam, Oyanam Gadam. Oyana is subject, Gadam is the verb, we can say. Gadam is verb, Oyana is subject. So here, there is one rule is, if you see the sentence with the, such a Buddha, with the Hetu, at the time, if you want to put Sambandha before the Hetu, which one should be chosen to be Sambandha? Like, for example, if there is, Katu, Kama, one of them should be Sambandha. Here is, Oyanam is Katu. It is subject. That subject should be Sambandha. So Oyanasa, you have to say. Oyanasa Buddha. That's how we do it. Oyanasa Buddha. Oyanabi Ambalatika Dwewa Sanchan Gatan. Because the park is near the yam mango tree. This park is called Ambalatika. Because this gada is active or passive. It is active. Okay, now we will see another examples. Depending on the verb and the active voice, subject should be Sambandha of Hetu. And the passive voice, object should be Sambandha of Hetu. The next one is So Temnagaram, Rinya Dainata, Raja Dayandi Ojati. Be careful, this is a passive voice, Ojati. The previous sentence is active voice. The sentence now, Temnagaram, Rinya Dainata, Raja Dayandi Ojati is passive voice. In the passive voice, like what is object? Temnagaram. Rinya Dainata. Now here also, these are Dainata, Dainata and the A. Da is the suffix for the data. What is the meaning of this da? Da suffix or da later you will see, they mean bhāva. Bhāva means a state of, or quality, or means, or the ways, the capacity. So, depending on the context, in English, when we try to translate into English, the meaning will be different, not like in Myanmar language. Okay, so what is It is derived from the sama. Sama changed into the a. This sama means due to. Daina means given. Due to. Daina means being given. The state of being given. I think that is, I just follow Pali grammar exactly. I think it, cannot be understood. We just say, because it is necessary to say Daina is given, Da is the state of, A is due to. So, directly speaking, Daina Da because of being given. That is okay. Who is, by whom it is given? Renya, by the king. Renya Dainata, because of given by the king. So what is given? Nagaram, the city. Because of the city is given by the king, that city is called Rajadaya. So Rajadaya, the name of city. When this city is called the Rajadaya, because it is given by the king. Okay, so the sentence you compare with the previous one this one, the sentence number A and B, sentence number 1, 2. The first one, sentence number 1. The second is sentence number 2. In the sentence number 1, what kind of voice? Active voice. In the active voice, you see, what do you see? Buddha, he do. You see, what is he do? He do means which shows the reason, the sentence of the reason. So here also you see the Dainata, also he do sentence. In the, in such a hetu clause, according to the nature of the Pali grammar, actually, I think in the commentaries, in the sub-commentaries, they try to add such a, like a Oyanasa Buddha, this word is actually not appear in the original sentence. The commentary is explained putting this Oyanasa before the Buddha. They used to explain like this, why they put such Oyanasa before the Buddha. So by putting extra word, the students will be confused. No, like this, because they give, they give such explanation by putting the Oyanasa before the Hetu to give us full and the clear information. Otherwise, even though we read the whole sentence, I think we may not understand the connection of all of the words in the sentence. To get the more and the precise, clear information, they used to put such a sambandha before the Hetu. Here is a Dainata. Dainata is a Hetu. Okay, now Sayali Pinyaloga, what kind of word should be put as a sambandha for the Dainata? What do you think?
Yes, I think the word should put before Dinata is Nagarasa.
Okay. Tassa Nagarasa. How do you make a sentence? Okay. Tam Nagaram, Renya.
Janya, Tassa
Renya Tassa,
Nagarasa.
okay. Renya Tassa Nagarasa Dainata.
Yes.
Renya Tassa Nagarasa Dainata. Tam Nagaram, Raja Dayandi Ochati. Right?
Yes.
Okay, Mabunya. You're trying to translate. You complete the sentence by putting the sambandha before the Hetu.
Yes, sir. Ranyata Salagrasa Dinada Tang Nagarang Rajadayadi Vujati, because that city was given by the king, therefore that city it is called Rajadaya.
Okay, now repeat. Okay, with this together with the sambandha.
Okay.
Repeat. Okay.
Ranyatasa Nagarasa Dinata Tang Nagarang Rajadaya de Vojati.
Renya, no?
Yeah.
Renya Dasa Nagarasa Dainata Dan Nagaram Raja Dayandi.
Dayandi Vojati.
Okay, now previous sentence also. That's how we do it.
Okay. That's no. Awe dure
No, read the Pali sentence in the original form and then put the sambandha.
Tassa awe dure pawada uyanambi ambanatika dewa sankhya katang. So uyanasa awe dure pawada Unyanang ambaratika dewa sankhya katang.
Now that's how we do it. Unyanasa bhavada, unyanambi ambalatika dewa sankhya katang. We cannot put the unyanambi, Raja the Dan Nagaram, we cannot drop them. That's how we do it. Unyanasa bhavada, unyanambi ambalatika dewa sankhya katang. Dan Nagaram. Okay, now here is Renya, Tassa Nagarasa Dainata, Dan Nagaram, Raja Dayandi Vojati. So, according to the sentence types, when it is cut to subject active voice, at the time, subject should be sambandha of the Hetu. When it is passive voice, object should be sambandha of Hetu. That rule you should keep in your mind. Okay, here, one more thing is we need to know this point also, because I think, it gives me, like some time to give, it takes me like, it takes time to give you such a extensive explanations, because some, grammatical points are not used to the people, especially. I think some students may think about why we put the, commentators put the word bhāgo. After the one word or after the two words. This bhāgo is actually not appear. The word bhāgo actually not appear in the word. But why do they put this bhāgo? This word bhāgo? I think many students, want to know the reason. Okay, now this is taken from the paṭhamo. Ime dhamma odessam agachanti. So ime dhamma, this is taken from the Vinaya paṭhamo. What is the dhamma? Dhamma here means apatis. Ime dhamma apatis. The name of the apatis, like a parajika apati, sangadis is a apati, like a bhajadiya apati. Okay, so those apatis you have to apatis means apati, what is offenses? Apati dhamma means apati means offenses. Odessam. Odessa dedi odessa. Odessa means to be shown, is shown. What is shown? Is shown is called odessa. What is shown? What is shown or what is pointed out? So what is shown and the one is pointed out is called odessa, according to the grammatical meanings. What is the meaning of odessa? What is shown? What is pointed out? Which is shown? Which is pointed out? It is apati. Apatis are offenses, because in the Vinaya 227 offenses apatis for the monks. 227 apatis. Those apatis are going to the, I need to explain. This sentence is according to the Vinaya Karmas. And every Uposatha day, the monks are gathered in the Sima, ordination hall. They recite together apatis. They recite, one of the monks recite apatis. The other monks, they hear apatis. So it is called to show the paṭhamo, to recite the paṭhamo. The Buddha also laid down this rule. Every monk, every bhikkhus, they are supposed to attend such a, at the ceremony in the ordination hall. So twice a month. So when the monks are gathered together, what do they do? So one of the monks who is competent, who remembers paṭhamo by heart, he recites the paṭhamo like 4 parajikas, Pati, Sangadisas, and so on. He recites them in Pali. Ime dhamma, those apatis are odessam agachanti. Here is odessa. Ime dhamma is also called. In this context, this sentence is used. When the monks are, together, assembled, at the time, they are supposed to recite those abadis, like parajikas and so on. In such a context, this sentence you can see, ime dhamma odessam agachanti. So what is the meaning of odessa? Odessa is what is shown or what is pointed out. So what is pointed out? What does mean what is pointed out? What does mean what is shown? It refers to the odessa is offenses. Because abadi is shown. So abadi is called odessa. Ime dhamma is also abadis. What I mean is, ime dhamma, odessa, gone to the sentence, they have the same meanings. Ime dhamma also offenses. Odessa also means offenses. In one sentence, if the two was subject and object, if they are the same meaning, it doesn't make sense. So because of this, to make difference, to differentiate the meaning of the odessa from the meaning of the dhamma, the commentators explain like odessa is odessa bhāgo. Odessa is explained by what? Odessa bhāgo, odisi tabbata, according to the commentary. Now we just focus on odessa bhāgo. Odessa is explained by the odessa bhāgo. So by putting the bhāgo after the odessa, what is how the meaning is different? So now I explain to you, bhāgo means the way. Odessa is shown. The way it is shown, the way patimokkha's are shown, the way abadis are shown in the ordination hall. How, what kind of method, what kind of way, how do they show those abadis? By reciting. So because of this odessa should be translated, no abadis, according to the odessa bhāgo. This odessa should be translated recitation. Because it refers to the way how those abadis are shown. So because in this way, when you translate this odessa is recitation and the ime dhamma is abadis, those abadis come to the recitation. But according to without the bhāgo, those abadis come to the abadis. Without bhāgo. Together with the bhāgo, those abadis come to the recitation. Recitation is, what is the recitation? Why it is translated recitation? Because of bhāgo. But this bhāgo is actually, we don't see in the odessa. But this odessa, this word odessa meaning come together with the bhāgo. So it is called in the Pali commentary, it's bhāgo padhana. Bhāgo lopa. What is the lopa? Lopa means illusion of the bhāgo. Bhāgo actually don't see, but the meaning of bhāgo included in the odessa. Odessa, what does mean odessa? Odessa means odessa bhāgo or odisi dabbata. What is odisi dabbatam? Odessa is abadi, odessa bhāgo recitation. In this way, otherwise ime dhamma also abadi, odessa is also abadi. The two meanings, the two words meanings are the same, so it doesn't make sense. So bhāgo padhana, or this term is very important. Bhāgo padhana, bhāgo lopa. Why such a method is applied, exercised to make differences of two words. So similarly now, you see like upada pajjayathena. In the upada pajjayathena also you can see upada pajjaya bhavathena. Mano also mind. Pajaya is also mind. So it is necessary to make the meaning of these two words to be different. In this way, the commentators explain Upada Pajaya is explained with the Upada Pajaya Bhavatina. So when you put Bhava after the Upada Pajaya Bhavatina, at the time, because of Bhava, it is also Hetu. You need to put the Sambandha. What is Sambandha? It is Manasa. Manasa Upada Pajayatina. Okay. So you have to translate like this. Manasa Upada Pajayatina. In the sense, Manasa, because the mind becomes the capacity to make three mental aggregates rise. Otherwise also, because of the mind becomes the cause of the rising. So it is called Manopavinkama. According to the Bhava, here, because we put the word Bhava, this Bhava, depending on the Upada Pajaya, in this case, this Bhava's meaning is called capacity. In the Pali, we call it sati. Sati means capacity or power. Power means the capacity or power. So the mind has a capacity to make those three mental aggregates rise, because the mind has the power or the capacity to make three mental aggregates rise. So it is called Manopavinkama. So in this way, Mano and the Upada Pajaya, the meanings of two words are different because of the Bhava. So anyway, now for the time being, you may not understand what I explained completely, because it may be new to many people, such an explanation. Bhava Prana, Bhava Lopa, but later I think you will understand. Because now I will repeat again and again about this Bhava Prana and Bhava Lopa, because when you read the commentaries, you will see such a technical term. Bhava Nidhi Soyam, Bhava Loboyam, Bhava Nidhi Sena. This term, technical term, will be seen in the commentary and the sub-commentaries. So why the commentators use such a Bhava Prana, Bhava Lopa? In most cases, within one sentence, subject or object, their meanings are the same at the time. To differentiate those two meanings, they use such a technique, which means to enhance the meaning of the word. Okay. So now we are going to Manasa Upada Pajayatina. Okay, now here I wanted to make a, how the words are connected. Also, you should know that. Okay, the first one. Oyanasa Avidure Bhavata. That's how we do the Bhavata. I want Venerable Vajira Bodhi read the active and passive as two Pali sentences.
Yes, sir. That's Avidure.
Bhavata.
Oyanasa Bhavata. Oyanambi. Ambalatika Dwewa Sankhayan Gadan.
Okay, carry on.
Tanagaram Rinya Tassa Nagarasa Dainada Raja Dayandi Bhojadi.
Okay. Now, the Sayali Mabunya.
Yes, Sayadaw. So
I wanted to read.
Okay. Tassa Unyanasa Awiture Pawada Unyanambi Ambaratika Dewa Sankhya Katang Tang Ragalang Ranya Tassa Nagarasa Dinata Rajatayan Devojati.
Okay, so now we need to know how the words are connected. And the Tassa Awiture Bhavada, now Sambandha is Oyanasa. Oyanasa. Tassa Awiture Oyanasa Bhavada. Oyanambi Ambalatika Dewa Sankhya Katang. This Oyanasa can be translated in two ways, as a subject, as a possessive. When you translate this Oyanasa as a subject, this Oyanasa should be connected to the Bhavada. How do you divide? Bhavada is Bhava and the Ta and the A. Okay? Bhavada is Bhava plus Ta suffix. A derived from the Sama. So we have two parts, Bhava and the Ta. When the Oyanasa is translated as a subject, it should be connected to the Bhava and the Bhavata. So because of this, Oyanasa, when you connect Oyanasa to the Bhava and the Bhavata, at the time, it is called the Tongleta, Kata, Katu. Bhava is called Linga, Lingata, Kati. Okay? Tongleta, Katu. Bhava is Lingata, Kati. When the Oyanasa is translated as a of, as a genetic case, at the time, this Oyanasa should be connected to the Ta suffix. Oyanasa should be connected to the Ta suffix as a Sambandha. Ta is called Sambandhi. Ta is Sambandha. Ta, the Oyanasa is a Sambandha in the Ta. Ta is Sambandhi. So Ryan, do you catch what I mean?
Yes, Sayadaw. So
Okay.
yes. So
okay, you tell me.
Yes. So the Onyana is the
Oyanasa.
Onyanasa is the Tunyata Katu, and the Ta is the Lengakati, and then the Onyanasa is the Sambandha, and the Ta is the Sambandhi.
Okay, so here is we divide the words like that. Bhava and the Ta and the A. So as a subject, you have to connect to the subject, Bhava, possessive. For example, if you transfer off, at that time you have to connect to the Ta. So when you translate Oyanasa as a subject in the Bhava, Tongleta, Bhava is called Lingata. In the Bhava, it is Katu, because Oyanasa is the subject of the Bhava. Bhava is Kati. So Oyanasa, when you translate the Oyanasa, the possessive case of, at that time, in the Ta suffix, it is Sambandha. Ta is Sambandhi. Sati Manda, Sati also, okay, later we will see more about that. Uvajida Bodhi, I wanted to connect the second sentence. Tanagram Rinya Dainata Raja Dayandi Vojati. Tassa Nagarasa Rinya Dainata, Tanagram Raja Dayandi Vojati.
Yes, sir.
Tassa Nagarasa Dainata.
Yes, sir. Tassa Nagarasa. In Tassa Nagarasa, Ta Nagara. So this,
Dasa Nagarasa is translated for as what?
this city
Object.
yes, objects.
Okay.
Objects, and Dana is connected as Dongliata and Lingata.
Okay, Dasa Nagarasa is Dongliata, Dana is Lingata.
Lingata.
Dasa Nagarasa is translated as object. Okay, the similar, way of the connecting the words. Okay, carry on. When the Dasa Nagarasa is translated as possessive case.
Possessive
Of.
case. It is connected to ta as
Da suffix.
ta suffix as sambandha and the da suffix
Sambandhi.
is sambandhi. Yes.
Okay. So in the Dasa Nagarasa is translated as object is Dongliata, Lingata, and the Gamma and the Gammi. Kattu and the Katti. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now Sayali Pinyaloka. I wanted to connect second sentence as Dasa Nagarasa Dainata.
Yes. Tam nagarang nagarang ranya di dinata rajara yanti bujati. So we put the sentence raja tasa nagara. So even the tasa nagara
Nagarasa.
tasa nagarasa is the object. So it's tasa nagarasa is kattu and katti.
Oh no,
And
Gamma,
if-
Gamma.
Gamma.
Gamma, it is object. Gamma,
Yes,
Gammi.
Kama and Kami. If the
Dongliata and Lingata.
yes, and Tasa and Nagarasa is we translate as of is connect with the suffix ta is Sambandha and Sambandhi.
Okay, let's stop here for this week. So Buddha Sasana and 2 to 3 times recite, we will stop the class. Buddha Sasana.
Sasana Chiran Tetu
Buddha
Sasana
Sasanam
Chiran Tetu
Buddha Sasana.
Chiran Tetu
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you
You
so
are
much.
welcome.
Pasya Rabia.
Okay. Okay.